Where will the Oakland A's play in 2025 and beyond? At the moment, no one really seems to know. It just happens to be step 2 of John Fisher's master plan to make money.
You see, phase 1, collect underpants. Phase 2, phase 3, profit.
Oh, I get it.
There's some good news, however. Through some super sneaky sleuthing, I managed to obtain a list of the Oakland A's top 5 potential locations to play in 2025, 2026, really until whenever that potential Las Vegas stadium does get built. Believe it or not, getting this document of A's potential sites for 2025 and beyond wasn't all that difficult. All I did was email Dave Kaval pretending to be his Coke dealer. I said, in exchange for giving me the list, I would give Kaval 7% off his next Coke purchase. Is this a joke? Am I kidding? I don't know. You tell me.
And we want to make sure that we're going to continue to invest in a variety of ways,
I'm Cheyenne Hollis. This is the Touchback. This is the top secret document of Oakland A's potential locations while they wait for the Vegas stadium to be built. What do you say? Let's see what John Fisher is thinking. The 5th choice for the Athletics is Tonopah, Nevada, a completely nondescript town that's easily forgettable. In many ways, it is perfect for a ball club with a bunch of forgettable nondescript players. If we're being honest, literally nothing happens in this rural desert city, which would make it perfect for the reclusive Fisher who hates answering questions or being held accountable for his actions. If you've ever driven from Vegas to Reno, you're probably familiar with Tonopah because it's one of only a handful of legitimate stopping points on the route. This city, it's interesting, but not necessarily in a good or positive way. You just sort of drive through and you think like, man, how do people live here? Speaking of those residents, there are less than 3,000 of them, but you know what? I'm sure several thousand out-of-towners every game will show up to support the away team when they're playing the A's in Tonopah. Finally, another thing working in Tonopah's favor is the fact that the Clown Motel can be found in the city. I'm absolutely positive these are accommodations that Fisher will feel right at home in. The 4th choice for the Athletics is returning to a city they once called home, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In this scenario, the Athletics return to the town of their founding for what Fisher claims is an attempt to reconnect with the ball club's history. This includes a complete rebranding, with the A's adopting a blue and red color scheme similar to what Connie, Mack and company first rocked way back in the day. The top secret file actually has a few renders of what these new A's red and blue uniforms look like, but something doesn't seem quite right here. I'll let you be the judge of them. Look, the file says the A's definitely are not stealing uniforms for the Phillies, but what is going on here? Even for a John Fisher and Dave Kaval-led front office, this is a bit much. There was also no word on if the team would take these new threads to Vegas when and if that stadium ever opens. If you're not familiar with Cyber Egg Stadium, it is the only stadium used in the video game Super Baseball 2020, which was available for both Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. It is a high-tech, futuristic facility from a time in the far distant future, 2020. Oh. Anyway, this is the brainchild of Dave Kaval, who seems like he desperately wants to be a tech bro. Unfortunately, living in Menlo Park wasn't enough to make those dreams come true, and now he wants to make all of those in Silicon Valley jealous by moving his baseball team to a futuristic facility from a video game that is now 3 years in the past. Fisher, by the way, did not understand any of the technological advances of Cyber Egg Stadium, probably because he still uses a gateway PC. However, he did see the robots in Super Baseball 2020 and demand all human players be replaced by the bots. No one bothered to tell him that those robots do break without power-up, something which he refuses to buy. Of course he does. The team then spends the next 161 games in 4 or so innings, fielding a side composed of nothing but broken, smoldering robots. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 CyberAche Stadium Athletics. The second option on this list, well, it makes a lot of sense if you have been following the Oakland A saga and have come to realize just how cheap the franchise is. Just ignore the word county, and the Oakland A's can keep everything the same in Oakland County, Michigan. It's the perfect solution for a cheap owner not wanting to spend any money on things like basic stadium maintenance or player salaries. This plan involves the team not telling anyone they have relocated to Oakland County, Michigan, and making sure people believe that they still happen to be in Oakland, California, as to not upset the Detroit Tigers over territorial rights. I'd imagine those conversations play out something like this. Oakland Athletic HQ, how may we help you? Yeah, I'm calling from the Colorado Rockies. We're just wondering where you guys are at right now. In Oakland? Are you guys still in the clubhouse? We're on the field. We don't see you. It doesn't even look like there's a baseball game happening here today. No, we are here. We're all wondering where you're at right now. We are waiting for you in Oakland. What do you mean, where are you? We're at the Coliseum. Oh, yeah, the Coliseum. We don't really do that anymore. What? Yeah, we play in Oakland County, Michigan? No, you play in Oakland, California. I'm telling you, we play in Oakland County, Michigan now. Since when? I don't know, few days, couple of years, something like that. Were you ever going to tell anyone about this? Tell anyone what? We play in Oakland. My cup says Oakland. It's basically the same thing. No, it is most certainly not the same thing. What do you want from me, guy? I started here 4 days ago as an intern. Yesterday they promoted me to Senior Vice President of Business Operations, and now it's day 4. I'm just telling you what I know. Are you wearing one of those novelty baseball helmets they serve nachos in at the concession stand? No. And also, how would you even know that? This is a phone call. Also, I have to go now. Bye. What is plan A for John Fisher and the Oakland A's when they're forced to leave Oakland after the 2024 season? Well, according to my super secret documents, he's just going to suspend all operations and force players and team staff and anyone connected to the franchise to go work in his Gap or Old Navy stores. Seriously, the best solution for the A's is just not to play games during this time. Why bother? The team isn't going to be competitive, and Fisher doesn't want to bankroll things during the next few seasons. Instead, everyone gets to go work for Old Navy for a few years. It's a win-win for all parties involved. For Fisher, he saves money and finds retail staff for his shops. For players, they get to learn vital skills such as folding, ignoring comically messy changing rooms, and of course, navigating the overly complicated Old Navy credit card discount regulations. I'm sure all of these skills are going to translate back to the diamond whenever the A's decide to bring the band back together in Las Vegas. Who's going to stop Fisher from doing this anyway? Rob Manfred? Please, Rob Manfred is a lapdog for the owners who thinks the players are just playing for a piece of metal and that nothing really matters as it relates to baseball apart from his salary and making owners money. Now, you probably want to know which one of these 5 awesome options will John Fisher, Dave Kaval, and the A's pick. You know, I don't have any inside information on that. I'm glad I was able to help you see what the team is considering, but yeah, I have no inside information beyond that. Either way though, it's certainly a situation that bears watching. Personally, I'm kind of rooting for the team to play in CyberAche Stadium, but let's be honest, all of these are amazing choices that are going to make the sport of baseball a better place in the future. Anyway, that does it for me. I'm Cheyenne Hollis. This is the Touchback. Hashtag sell the team and hashtag take it out to the 25.